4, 3, 2, 1. Malcolm, thank you for being here. Thank you to the listener for joining us on this journey.
Yes, sir.
And we back, baby.
Yes, sir. We back at it again with another episode.
Real quick, I just want to start this episode. I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in, everybody that shared, everyone that liked, everyone that messaged us. We good, you know what I mean? Just motivating comments about our last show. We're going to try to be consistent, like I say, and keep coming to y'all with that motherfucking content.
Mm-hmm. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter at Nick and Mal Show, and also on YouTube, Nick and Mal. Make sure you subscribe.
Is it Nick and Mal or the Nick and Mal Show?
YouTube is Nick and Mal.
Nick and Mal? Okay. And just to let y'all know, I would love to take the clout, but Guala's a social media guy.
I know that.
All that, you know what I mean? Because you be going hard on the social media, and I respect it.
Got to.
I respect it. So we was just talking about the hunting vibe.
Yes,
Number one, shout out to my son Kiki. I ain't really have a lot of faith in him. He went out there, he got his license, so it's on and rocking. We waiting for you now.
Yes, sir.
What you waiting for? What you waiting for?
We're gonna get it this week, bro. That shit long as hell too.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. It took
me tiring. Then like when you go to a next page, it's like, all right, you got 35 seconds. Yeah. So then you bullshit on your phone.
Yeah, and then you get lost and you're on that shit for like 5 minutes and then
I failed the quiz. I got a 70.
How the fuck do you fail one of those quizzes?
The answers was not online for that for chapter 2, unit 2.
What did you do?
I googled the answers.
So let me ask you a question. You're not paying attention at all.
Not one bit.
Koala,
why would I? What am I gonna? Nick, you remember everything?
I remember some things.
What do you remember?
I remember Rigor Mortis.
What's Rigor Mortis?
That's when and it's crazy that we're talking about this, right? That's when an animal or human dies, their body gets stiff. That's why you gut the deer, bear, whatever you killed right there. Then you hang it up for the rigor mortis like progression to go through, and then the meat gets like soft again. Oh, okay. For example, if you were to kill a deer and try to cook it, say that same night, you're not going to be able to eat it. It's going to be chewy and hard as fuck. And today at the hospital, I was at work, man, and I had to wrap up my first dead patient today.
For real today?
Yeah, bro.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. I mean, it was an old dude. He was probably like 95. He was an old dude, so it's not, it's not sad. Like me and one of the nurses was talking about it. It would be a lot more emotional if it was a young person, right? Like say, God forbid, a 25, 30-year-old person was laying on that bed. It would be like, damn, that could be me, But at age 95, do you really feel sorry for someone who's passed?
Was he ready? He felt like?
No, he was gone.
He was?
Like I was feeding him earlier that morning, and I would put the food in his mouth, and he wouldn't even chew. He was just like gazing in the sky, and he was on what's the word I'm looking for? He was on. Why is this escaping me right now? I need alpha brain. That's the shit Joe Rogan.
He was on type of medicine.
No. Hospice. Hospice is when you're about to die. It's comfort care.
Oh, okay.
They don't try to revive you, but they don't like help you die, but they just give you medication, stuff like that to aid you in the death process.
Yeah.
They look at death as like a natural thing, and they're just gonna aid you through that stage of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just scary. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it was still like like lifting up his head. I had to close his mouth. Yeah. Just so stiff. I'm like, I've never touched a dead body before.
And it was stiff, the dead body?
He was stiff because you have to leave him there. Like, so I walked into the room. I realized he wasn't breathing. Called the nurse. He checked on his heart. But you can't pronounce someone dead. Like, when you hear someone get pronounced dead, an actual doctor or hospitalist have to come and pronounce them dead.
Okay.
So after that, you got to send for the body bags to tie up their hands and stuff like that. It takes like an hour. At that point, the body's already stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
So if the mouth is open, you really can't close it. Damn. Yeah.
And so that incident you had when you was feeding him, and he was just gazing, did he do that multiple times, or that was the first time you actually noticed that?
Well, I never had this patient before. I think he just got there yesterday, right? Well, he probably was in the hospital before, but as far as hospice. Right, They probably was going through a more like rigorous type of treatment trying to get him back, and the doctors probably told his family like, "Listen, he's 95, he has COVID, he's not doing good. The heart seems to be failing, other organs seems to be failing. Maybe it's over for him." And then they was like, "Okay, hospice," and then they put him in a room where I could basically watch him in case he was aspirating, he was choking on his food or anything, I would come in and help him out. So that's the first time I dealt with him. But he was just there. Like, he was just, not to make fun of it, but that's how he was. Yeah. And that's exactly how he passed.
Do that again?
Cut it out, Mally. But for real though, R.I.P. And I needed that experience, man. Yeah. But what module are you on? What are you learning on your hunting thing?
I'm on 3.
Oh, you're not even paying attention,
Why would
bro.
I pay attention if the answers are online? That's the same thing what people do in school.
Yeah, but do you agree with that? You gotta learn, bro. I learned a lot. Agree with just getting by without learning anything, like
for that situation, just to get my license. Yes. Okay,
I guess you're right, and I guess you're gonna learn most of this shit when we get on the field.
Yeah, you learn anything mostly when you get in the field.
Yeah. All right, so once again, man, thank you for everybody who reached out last week, and
we got a special shout out.
Shout out. Who is it to?
We got a special shout out to Ryan Alphonse.
Hey, shout out Ryan.
Shout out to Ryan Alphonse. Yes, he definitely texted us, show mad love. He's like, we don't show him enough love, so we're gonna show him some love.
Let's clarify everything first. So 2 weeks ago, we came in here and we were talking shit. You know what I mean? We're joking. We're not trying to hurt anybody. We're not trying to come at anybody. We were talking shit about Utica College offensive line. Yeah. And he hit us up like, yo, bro, listen to that. And y'all need to put some fucking respect on my name, which is correct. Yes. It's a lot of dudes that we didn't put respect on his name, so let's do that from now.
We're going to respect.
Ryan Alphonse was a beast.
Yes.
Robert Pomp, was his name Robert?
Yes.
Robert Pompovich? What's it?
We just call him Pomp.
I don't know his last name.
I don't know the last name.
Pomprion. I think it was Pomprion.
Funny ass last name.
Pomp was a beast. Jack Doyle was that dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle used to bring me home from Utica. Freshman, too.
Oh, he lived in Long Island, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Jack Doyle was that dude. I looked up to Jack.
Respect.
He was just like, you know what I mean? Professional. What they call a consummate professional. Like, just does everything everywhere on time, and he's good as fuck. And he's a nice guy, but on the field, nasty as fuck. Right? And that's about it.
Nah, bro. I'm going to shout out to my O-line.
Who's the rest of your O-line?
What you mean the rest of my O-line?
Come on.
Let's Mr. 1K here.
Let's hear names, brother. Let's hear names, brother.
We got Dan Busso.
Oh, Boost. Okay. A lot of respect to Boost also.
McCormick. We got Matt Nell.
I never played with McCormick. Okay, you're going back to a different time. I never played with McCormick. And we're talking about the O-line that Ryan and them was on.
Okay, then all right, fine.
That's it.
But I still got to shout out my O-line though.
Okay, shout out to your O-line.
You got Mr. 1K here.
No, you had a very good O-line that year.
All right, come on.
Much respect.
So let me shout out my O-line.
I feel like you trying to give yourself more clout, calling yourself Mr. 1K.
And I'm showing the people that why the reason I got 1K is because of these people I'm about to announce, but you're not allowing me to announce them.
How much yards you would have with Brockport a lot?
We talk about that on another episode. But look, so we got Dan Busso, Ryan McCormick, Matt Nell, Pat Gagan, and Ben Wheatus. So big shout out to the O-line.
Yeah.
Big shout out to y'all.
Yeah, big shout out. Pat Gagan.
Big shout out to the whole team.
Pat Gagan surprised me. Like, you know what I mean? Pat never really got a lot of playing time before, and then his senior year, he just, you know what I mean, got on the field and he did what he had to do. Yeah, all conference. I respect that a lot.
Shout out to Pat, man.
Shout out to Pat.
Shout out to the whole O-line. Shout out to the whole Olfen. Shout out to the whole Utica team that year with 2018.
Yeah, I got chipped up. I was hurt, brother.
It's all good.
Brother, I was hurt. I should have been there, brother.
That's a fact.
I should have been there,
you
brother.
You was talking hella shit.
Huh?
You was talking hella shit.
How was I talking shit?
You would be like, yo, like schools, like life after football was more important than.
It was a defense. I mean, I believe that wholeheartedly. Like, I think some of these D3 motherfuckers was taking football way too seriously. Yeah. Like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, after college, job, I'm gonna train for the NFL. Let me go spend $2,000 on a fucking on a bowl so I could get looks. Like, cut it out. Yeah. Cut it the fuck out. And I'm not trying to hate on nobody, but that's how I felt personally. And obviously, I love everybody on the football team, but I would talk shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, respect.
Because not only would I want to chip with y'all, I would have been a starter.
That's a fact.
And y'all would have been way better.
Oh, are we talking 10-0?
11-0.
Oh,
we might have went to the chip if I was on the team. All right. Obviously, I'm being facetious.
We'd have beat Mount Union if we had.
What we all won a natty?
Bro, we would have went up to Division 2.
Nah, we wouldn't have won the Natty because we might have lost to Bama.
Oh. We gonna play Bama?
Yeah. But you know what's funny? I was thinking, like, when I was talking to Ryan Alphonse, and it's crazy. I don't know how it is for, like, running backs and stuff like that. But playing O-line, you actually make real enemies. Personally, for me. Okay. Like, when I started playing D-line, bro, I actually fucking hated those guys on the O-line. Mm-hmm. And I just told you how much I loved and how much I had respect for guys like Jack Doyle, Pomp, and Ryan. But when I played D-line, I literally didn't like these guys. Like, in real life.
In real life?
Yo, bro, it's crazy. Me and Ryan was low-key close, I would say, freshman year. You know what I mean? When I was a freshman. Because he kind of, like, you know, took me in. We used to hang out and stuff like that. I was basically like a little brother to him.
So when they did that thing in the beginning of a school year, were you Ryan Alphonse's little brother?
No, I wasn't his actual little brother. I'm just saying, like, yeah, like, you know, like, his unofficial little brother. Like, you know, would hang out. And also, he used to hang out with Zay, and I went to high school with Zay.
Okay.
So, but when I started playing O-line, bro, like, you know what I mean? It was real beef. I remember one time in practice, I did some real dirty shit. I think it was a screen, and Pomp had pulled. So he's out running already, you know what I mean? The quarterback dumped the ball off. And I started chasing the ball, and Pomp is like running in the middle of nowhere. He's already done his job.
Yeah.
And I just run and push the shit out of him from the back.
This when you was on the D-line?
Yeah, I was playing D-line. God. Just violated.
You pushed him you said in his back? You clipped him?
No, he was just basically jogging. Play's done, bro. Basically jogging, and I run up and just like basically tackle him to the floor from behind. Yeah. That's
how I started with Nick.
Huh?
That's how I started.
What you mean?
Motherfuckers hated you.
Yeah, niggas hated me, but I like that though. Niggas always hated me my whole life. But it was so funny. After that happened, me and Ryan always used to go at it. And that just kind of bled over to the whole O-line. And one time, me and Ryan got called to Coach Faj's office for a meeting because we was just, you know what I mean? We was wilding. We was doing too much. I remember one time I tackled fucking Ryan Burnett in practice by his neck. Mind you, it was scout, bro. You know on scout, you shouldn't be going that hard, but I was just so mad. We got called. This nigga Ryan shows up to the meeting smacked. Smacked. Should I have said that?
No, you keep going.
I'm going to ask him if I can keep that in. But he shows up to the meeting smack, and I'm just sitting there like, this dude is not serious. I should have came high too.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly not taking this shit serious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, football is fun. Football is fun. I miss football a little bit. We were just talking about that.
But I'm gonna go with a little incident I had. Like, you hating people. It's the same way when I first came. Freshman year, when I first came to Utica, I had a hate for every DB. And I don't know why. I just felt like they all wanted to be pretty boys. They all just wanted to look cute for the girls. I'm like, yo,
let me hear some names.
I'm gonna come and violate
Stone?
You. Every single DB. When I say every single DB, from the worst player to the best player, I hated every DB. I had no respect for them.
For real?
Yes, bro. Like, I was hyped to go one-on-one with any DB.
Really? You just trying to truck these motherfuckers? Yeah,
stiff arm on truck. I was trying to violate you. Like, this ain't this a man's game. I'm not here for none of that pretty boy shit. That's really how.
That's what football do to you, though, bro. Mm-hmm. That's how it's supposed to be.
Especially when you in a new environment and you gotta make a name for yourself.
Hey, bro, it's literally like kill or be killed. It's like, I don't have love for none of these motherfuckers. I'm just trying to get right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to make my name, and then after you know what I mean, you get cool with people, and it's like, okay, these are my teammates. So I'm gonna go fuck up somebody else. Yeah.
But that's a fact, bro. You really when you a youngin' and you get there, it's really that's how you know you gonna succeed in football. When you had that kill or get killed mindset as a youngin', you don't wait right then and there. That's how you know you're gonna get right.
Right.
But missing football, like, I don't miss football.
I don't miss it either. I miss it as far as, like, you know what I mean, just like thinking back, like, it was a fun time. It was definitely a fun time.
Yeah.
It's a type of energy that you can't really create in no other factor of your life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just that getting ready for practice, putting on your shoulder pads. Hey, what do they call it when you go offense versus defense?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like, okay, like, we about to, you know what I mean? We about to go do work. Right. We about to go do work. And then a game feeling, warming up. Oh, my God, bro. Yeah. Just the endorphins that's running through your mind. Like, if you're a real dog, just relishing the opportunity to go fuck somebody up. Like,
trying to get right.
What? And that's why I try to do cycling. That's why I try to do hunting and stuff like that. I'm just looking for something, bro. Like, I'm just looking for something to fill that void.
You ain't never gonna get something to fill that void, I tell you that.
I know something.
Talk to him.
I heard heroin is pretty good.
Yo, we don't condone any drug use over here, man.
Certain drugs.
No.
Would you consider marijuana a drug?
It depends on what your use is for. So if it's for a benefit of you, of being healthy for you and your body, your mind, and everything, then no.
What about recreationally?
Recreational is when you use it for a benefit, right?
No, recreational is like, I mean, technically you could say, you know, it's a mental benefit. You have a long day of work, you're stressed out, you use it to distress. I mean, you can't put that past being mental health.
Well, if you are a productive person and you do that, then you know what I'm saying? I give zeros, but
that's the thing. Weed is so weird in that way where, bro, some people could smoke a ton of weed and be the most productive people ever. Yeah. And then you have
kudos to those type of people.
No, much respect to you, and I wish I was that person. I wish. But when I used to smoke, I've stopped smoking a while now. Paranoia, laziness. I just want to eat everything. And like, I just didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit. Like, the reason I had to stop smoking is because literally my senior year, bro, I would smoke, go shower. I'm like, I'm just not going to class today.
Yeah.
You know? And that was partially psychological because I'm like, I know I shouldn't be smoking. I want to go to class high and stuff like that. But, you know, weed is so weird in that way, bro.
Yeah, it's weird in that way. So like I said, if you using it, if it benefits you in a positive way, then that's you. But I don't really care for it.
Yeah,
much. You know, if the government does make it legal and everything, it's more of it's a smart business move for the state. You know, so if New York does do that, I know it was in talks last year.
It's not legal in New York yet?
I'm pretty sure it's not legal.
For real?
I mean, you probably just get a slap in the wrist now.
Yeah,
it's not like how it used to be. It's like, all right, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
What the fuck is you doing?
You about
to get 50 years.
It was me, Jordan, Javon, and I think Kadiki. We all in the Bronx, right? Doing dumb shit. This is when I had my Toyota Camry, fucked up little old car. And we're so stupid. We're like on the side of a real busy street, and we're rolling up a fucking dime. Right? I think we were at Central Park, and we smoked one in Central Park, and we just drove somewhere, and we were rolling up again, and the cops just kept knocking on that shit, like yo, give us all. I think I was the only one to get a ticket because it was my car.
Yeah.
But even back then, this was like 5-6 years ago. I go and they just threw it out.
Oh, they did?
Like, get this shit the fuck out of my face. You know,
we don't need to deal with this right now.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta do another shout out though.
Who?
You know, we rocking right here. We wearing the Stack Athletics right here. So big shout out to Coach Stacks. Follow him on Instagram, Coach.Stacks. That's my guy right there. We've been getting right.
Shout out to Coach Stacks, but hold on. How much Coach Stacks paying you for this branding right now?
You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that.
No, brother. Talk. No,
money
brother.
Talk.
Hey, brother, this is a joint venture. I need a piece of that.
Oh, you gonna get a piece of that?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How much he pay you?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Money talks.
We'll talk about that
money
after.
We're going to talk about
that
talk,
after, my brother.
If
y'all trying to get y'all stuff, you know what I mean?
But no funny though. If you looking for a personal trainer, virtual trainer, like I said, follow Coach Stacks at Coach.Stacks on Instagram. Great guy right there. Definitely we'll get you right.
Yo, so I was working Lyft this weekend, right? And I was just so like fucked up in the head.
Oh, you was working Lyft?
Yeah, I was working Lyft. I forgot what day it was. It probably was like Monday or something. It wasn't a weekend. It was Monday. And you know how it's quarantine is. I mean, quarantine is pretty much done, but people are not really going out as much as, you know, regular stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm working. It's like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, bro. And this is when I find out Lyft is a super fucking unethical job. I pick up these 3 13, 14-year-old kids, bro.
Oh.
Right? They boys, though. All boys. And they get in my Lyft. I don't know why these kids are out at 3 in the morning. They're 14. But whatever. Get in the back of the car. They texting, they giggling and shit. Like, where the fuck is these niggas going? These niggas, you know what I mean? They too happy. You don't go home this happy.
Yeah.
You know you're going home, the energy is usually down.
That's
I'm like, what are these niggas about to do? Drive these kids off. 3 13-year-old girls come pick him up.
3 13-year-old girls?
At 3 in the fucking morning. Now, me as a driver, what do I do? Do I condone that type of behavior?
You don't condone it. You saying it right now. You do not condone that, and I respect you for not condoning that.
I mean, I ain't do nothing.
You didn't do nothing, bro. But what are you gonna do? Like, keep it a buck. Like, what are you really gonna do?
I don't know. I should have drove off with them motherfuckers in the car. I don't know. It was just so weird, though. It was a funny situation. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
That is weird. Like, where the parents at?
Yeah,
you know
I'm like, first
that's
of all,
the parents' fault.
Where are your parents at? If I was a parent, I would not have any kids coming over to my daughter's house at 3 in the fucking morning. Yeah. But I'm a man at the same time. Like, I've been 13.
Yeah, you know? Of course.
So I'm like, you know what? I can't hate on the young brothers. I can't hate on the young brothers. But there, I was like, fuck, maybe I should do something. But, yo, working Lyft, you see a lot of fucked up shit.
Like what else you see?
Yo, I'm going to tell you something. As a Lyft driver, bro, people don't treat you like you're human.
What they treat you like?
No. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So, you'll get in a car with a couple, and they'll be talking about the craziest shit. And they act like you're not in the car with them. You know what I mean? They act like you don't exist. It was this one dude. And this is what, yo, women are fucked up, bro. Women are fucked up. This dude, he found his girl was cheating on him. Apparently, she was texting some guy, and the guy happened to be at the club, and he seen it. He made a scene. They left the club. He's in the car. They're in my car now. You're like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You talking to that dude, but he was white, so he was a lot more professional about it.
I wouldn't say professional. He's just mad at her.
But he wasn't wilding though.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, yo, that was rude. With this, that, and the third. You cheating on me? Like, when did you hang out with him? Apparently, he's seen in the message that they hung out. She was like, nigga, what you acting like that for? We only hung out like 2 or 3 times. Stop making a big deal out of it. But he keeps going. This is what she took it to, bro. She's like, you know what? You ain't shit anyways. If it wasn't for me, you'd have been dead. She was like, I saved your fucking life, and your mom could tell you that, your dad could tell you that, your sister could tell you that. Heck, your sister was just telling me the other day that you'd have been dead if you didn't meet me. I'm like, wow. She really took it there because she cheated. She cheated. But these are the kind of conversations that people have in front of you. Like, you know what I mean?
She violated.
And the dude was like, you could see in his face, he was like, damn, she right. I would have been dead if she wasn't here. You know what I mean?
So he was losing it.
What do you mean?
As in, like, he's probably going crazy. Is that what he's saying? Like,
he probably was on drugs. He probably was suicidal. Hey, man, women do a lot for men. Like, on some real shit, the right woman can really take you out of the wrong mental spaces. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a fact. Get you right as a man. Like you said last podcast, I know we made a joke out of it, but that ROI on your lady is amazing.
It is.
You know what I mean? You treat your lady right. You give her certain things. You treat her like a queen. Hey, brother. Mm-hmm. Hey, brother. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Barack had Michelle. Uh-huh. Bill had Hillary. Uh-huh. Who you got?
I got Serena.
Yes, sir. And who I got?
Uh-huh. Who you got?
Nobody. No, play. Shout out to my baby Kira. I'll just play it. Not again. Nah.
Now, we're talking about like relationships, stuff like that. I want to give a big shout out to I believe it's Gods of the City podcast. They had a King Face on here.
I need to watch it.
You need to watch that.
Oh yeah, you was texting me about that. What's up with that, bro?
So King Face is
and just I kind of know what Malcolm's about to talk about. Y'all gonna see the tough dude shit I be talking about. This dude is way too tough. Go ahead.
Oh, all right, but shout out to that podcast, Gods of the City. Shout out to the whole interview. But what King Face is, he's an African American. He's a black man, and he promotes Trump and everything. But what I'm taking positive out of everything he said, he believes in everything. Some stuff he's speaking facts and everything. But what I want to make a key point on, and when he was talking about men in a relationship, and he was saying like, there's some valuable lessons as a man, and this is some stuff my pops even told me too, though. But like, a man needs to be, how would I say this? Emotionally smart.
Emotionally effective.
Yes, emotionally smart. You gotta, as a man, you should teach your son or other men around you how to express their emotions in the right way. And when I say in the right way, we can't just be out here because one thing goes bad, we can't freak out. Because women are emotional. women are 100% emotional. They don't know how to deal with certain things. And now this is not all women. You know what I'm saying? But this is why you really can't have a woman just taking care of a man growing up.
Okay, I see.
Helping a man. But this is...
I could personally agree with that, but I'm going to combat it, but go ahead.
Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. That's why you need a man in the house. And you got to think about it. When you get older, you start showing less respect to your mom and everything. This is some people. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Some moms that they think we could look anywhere, bro.
I think specifically to what you're saying, losing respect for your mom when you grow into manhood, and not saying losing respect for your mom in a disrespectful way, just like, you know, you respect your father more.
Yeah.
I think it's, if you ask anybody that comes from a single parent household with their mom and their mom held it down and did her thing, it actually is the opposite. Yeah. When you grow up, you respect your mother more. Like, yo, this is what this lady did by herself without a man. And as a man yourself, you realize the worth and the need for a man in the house. You respect it even more.
Yes.
But I think when you do have that full family, you know what I mean? You're able to say, okay, damn, my dad was instrumental in my upbringing. So I feel like you respect him more than...
Yes, you know, I do. But there's certain situations where it's just a mom there, and after a while, the kid grows up, it's like, yo, like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna show you no respect. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Yeah,
you know. But you need that man in the house, and my take on this is too is when you get older and you do have kids and you discipline your kid, right? Your lady should never speak bad about you to your kid because you disciplined them. So
absolutely, I think that's parenting 101. I don't think any parent should speak bad about their kids to the other parent.
No, not at all.
And this a lot of time happens in split families, right? Mm-hmm. You have the kid living with the mother and splitting time with the father, and the mother is just constantly talking shit about the dad, which is a fucking horrible practice. It's not only a horrible practice as a person, it's very shitty.
Yeah.
Like, you laid with the person, had a kid, and now you're talking shit about this person because you guys didn't work out a relationship, whatever the reason be. You don't have to spew that negativity 24/7 to your kid.
Yes.
And a lot of women do this. One time, because I work with like this babysitting agency, and this like, it was so fucked up, bro. Like, I would literally get paid $100 just to sit down with a guy and his kid, have playtime for like 3 hours.
Why?
Because this lady took him to court for whatever fucking reason. I do not know. Right? If it was something crazy, if he had physically abused her to the point where it was criminal, they wouldn't even have granted him that. Right? But for whatever reason, and listen, I don't know. I'm not, I shouldn't say what it is, but still, even say he was a horrible dad, you should not be telling your kid that. And was so apparent that that's what she was doing. She would come, drop the kid off, and the kid wouldn't talk to his dad for the first 5 minutes. And the dad would always say this. He'd play a trick. He's like, hey, look, mommy's gone. And as soon as he said that, the kid take his jacket off, run to his dad, hug him, and start playing with him. Why? Because this woman is constantly talking shit about this man in the house. To the point where the kid feels emotionally locked off to his father when the mother is around. Mm-hmm. Right? That's fucked up. Yeah. And yet, what happens with that is women, even if there's men doing this, what happens, that kid grows up to be a logical human being, and then he hates you for destroying a possible relationship that he could have had with his father. Because the father is there, bro. If you pay somebody $100 a day just to sit with you and watch you play with your kids for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you obviously care.
Yeah. And
speaking to the dude, he cared a lot, but he just didn't have that chance to interact with his kid.
Yeah, he's probably never gonna have it now because it's in this system. Courts dealing with it.
I mean, the kid is gonna grow up eventually.
Yeah.
But back to what you said, I think. So what you were saying is that no man should have any type of emotion in them, or at least not a feminine emotional.
When you lash out because of a certain situation and go your way, you don't lash out. You know what I'm saying? You make it. Teach a kid.
For example, when a woman lashes out, she just gets so mad she cuts your shoes and she destroys everything in the house.
Sighing, screaming, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know how they get.
Yeah.
But as a man, which you should going back off the Joe Rogan and Kevin Hart podcast episode that they did have, Kevin Hart was talking about how he has some talk time with his kids where they could talk about their problems.
Major key.
So as a man, you could start that off, be like, son, this is time for us to show your emotions. What are you going through and everything like that? Because you don't want to be too hard on it. You know, some people fold like that. You know, some people fold when it's too hard.
So, so I agree with that, right? As a man, you should. Part of masculinity is showing and drowning most of the emotional stuff.
Yes.
And letting logic, right? People call women illogical. Like, yo, why are you so illogical? And that's a running joke around men. Like, women are just, they don't think with logic.
Yes.
So I kind of agree with that. You ever heard of divine masculinity, divine femininity?
No.
So it's, hold on. So essentially, there's a study, and it's like one of those self-help books. It says every man, every woman should be in touch with their divine masculinity and their divine femininity. And we should all have a 50-50 split. So no man, it's equally as bad being too masculine as it is being too feminine.
Yeah. Men
and women, we're really one. We should find that balance where we're masculine, but we have some feminine traits. We're masculine. We know how to draw out emotions. We know how to just go even when shit is not going our way. We know how not to lash out and sigh and cry. But at the same time, bro, like, I think that's important for men to be able to conquer having that feminine side to them.
Yeah, if you could conquer it, that's key.
But part of conquering it is sometimes letting emotions run wild.
Yeah, but you cannot let emotions run wild. That's like, if you have a youngin' around you, you can't let them see that as a man.
I see what you're saying. You gotta
think logical.
I see what you're saying. I agree. You know? I agree.
Because if you out here just one little thing gets you tight and you cursing a storm, blah blah blah, making a scene, he gonna act the same way. He be like, "Oh, this is how you supposed to deal with it." Or if he doesn't know any other way, he's gonna act like that. But when you sit back and be like, "All right, damn, this shit ain't go my way. All right, what can we do? All right, do I really need to act like this? No, but you really."
That's key, bro. That's key because the reason why I agree with you is I was raised by all women. All women. I was raised with one man in my house. Shout out to Uncle Enoch.
Shout.
Shout. That's basically other than my father, the father figure in my life. You know what I mean? Grew up in the house with him, whatever, great man. But I grew up with all women, and I find myself having those female tendencies. I'm not a bitch. No, I don't got no bitch nigga tendencies, but I have a lot. Like literally, like me and Kira's relationship is such a weird dynamic because I have a lot of female tendencies in the relationship. For example, I'm more emotional than Kira. You know, like I want to talk on the phone more with her than she may want to talk to me sometimes. I'm the one that likes a lot of love and affection. Like Kira, she just wasn't raised like that. You know what I mean? So for me, I was raised with a bunch of love and affection, and she wasn't raised with much. So it's like, you know, it's that type of dynamic in the relationship. But as far as the emotional thing goes, I feel it because I am too emotional. You know that about me. Yeah. I get very emotional and I act off impulse, and I want to change that. So when you text me that the other day, I low-key felt like he was coming at me.
Yeah, I know. And I was telling Serena that. I was like, damn, I know Nick feel like I'm coming at him, but I'm just venting right now what I just learned.
Yeah,
That has to be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you know I was like that?
We lived together for like 4 years, basically. You know what I'm saying? Things don't go your way.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know what
I'm saying?
I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it. I am getting better. And that's it. That's a game of life, right?
Yeah, as long as you keep working, getting better.
That's that game.
But as a man, you just can't lash out like that. You got to have everything. You got to do it with pride and think logical. Like, how can I just get better? When things don't go your way.
Let's shift gears real quick. Kanye West and Colin Kaepernick. I want to talk about these two men because, so let's speak about Colin Kaepernick first. It is so crazy to see the knee basically become like a national symbol when everybody was shitting on this dude a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it crazy, right? Like and this is why like the social media thing and and what's going on with the black movement right now, I respect it. Once again, respect to everybody who's out there making change, and change is being made. Yes. People are just throwing money at black communities now. Michael Jordan, who never really gave to the black community, just threw out $100 million. Yeah. You know what I mean? He tried to make up for all that he didn't give back in the day. Yeah. Right? I think I'm not really sure. I think I seen like some banks give money, some other big corporations give money. So what y'all doing is working. I don't agree with the looting.
Yeah, no one agrees with the looting.
Some people do, bro.
But like I said, we don't. That's a whole different story, Nick. You know what I'm saying? You can think far left and far right.
Yeah, far right. Yeah.
Let's start it up. So we're gonna start destroying stuff, and the people are just gonna go off a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing about the looting, I think, is a bunch of people who really don't care about the movement doing it. Yeah. I think it's a bunch of people greedy, just looking for an opportunity to get some fucking free shit. You know what I mean? Black and white.
Yeah.
And they basically hijacking the movement. But it's crazy, bro, to see Colin Kaepernick, the type of respect he's getting, when niggas been disrespecting him for the past 4 or 5 years.
For no reason. That man ain't do nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? People just don't. Here's my take on racial issues. You cannot speak on it if you're not dealing with it. Now, here's my thing. If a Hispanic...
You agree with that?
Speaking bad about it if you're not dealing with it, yes.
Speaking bad. Because okay. Speaking bad, absolutely.
Because if a Hispanic comes out, Nick, and complains about their living situation in Mexico, and I'm not even complaining, just being a voice for like living situation in Mexico and the living situation here, like what's going on, what they deal with.
Yeah.
Who am I to speak on it? I don't know what you go through. Like same thing you talked about to me before. We talked about a little bit about gun violence. This was in person. And like if you never been shot at, who you to really understand how it feels to get shot at, how to be around guns and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
so that's the thing people don't understand. That's when you gotta keep your mouth shut and just support it. Right. It's not like people out here making excuses.
Have you heard a lot of people talking bad about the movement?
I mean, you see it all over social media.
Really? Nothing has really come across.
I mean, there was a situation in Long Island. I forgot, Merrick, I think. I don't know. Somewhere. But people were peacefully protesting. And then there was white people out there just pissed off and wilding back. Like, yo, it's a peaceful protest. Nobody's going to violate. Yeah. And then some other dude, this is in Long Island too, another gentleman. I'm not even say he's a gentleman. Another savage, actually. I'm going to call him a savage. Man had an AR. This is a video he's recording himself. He was basically saying he can't wait to use it. I hope y'all protest.
Word.
I can't wait to use it. Yeah.
What? Yes, in Long Island?
Yes, bro.
Long Island is racist like that?
It's one of the most segregated places.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought Long Island was just like great mix of black and white.
Nah, segregated places anyway. I mean, some places, yeah, but it's really not a lot. It's not as much as you think.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Colin Kaepernick thing, where it just shows me the power of groupthink.
Yes.
Like, everyone was either quiet about the Cap thing if they did support him, and a lot of people shitting on him. Even a lot of NFL players. I mean, fucking Dak Prescott came out and he was like, "Hey, we're not gonna take a knee. That's not what we do over here." He didn't even say respect the Cap or anything like that.
Yes.
If Dak Prescott was to do the exact same thing today, he would be under fire.
Yeah,
he'd be under fire, and the biggest example of that is Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Drew Brees is under fire right now for what he said. I don't think what he said is ridiculously crazy, but it was tone deaf. It was tone deaf, like, to say something like that with what's going on right now. Guess what? He said the exact same thing 4 years ago, and no one gave a fuck.
No one.
That's to show you the exact same thing, the exact same message. Yes, it's progress, but it's like groupthink, bro. Yeah. Like groupthink. People are going to go with whatever's hot. And I guess groupthink is not a bad thing. That's how you get change, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get change. But it was just crazy to me. And watching what Kanye did, put up that big college fund for George Floyd's kids and join the protest, it was like, we talked about this on the first episode, Kanye is showing the middle finger to all you guys. Mm-hmm. Everyone that talked bad about him, everyone that was hating on him for being this big Trump supporter. But now it's like, are you going to accept him again? Because now he seems to be going for our thing.
Yeah, I see.
And that's why I never hated on Kanye, bro. Because I respect smart people. And I always knew from day one what he was doing was super calculated. I think Kanye West hates Trump just like the rest of us. But you got to play ball sometimes. Mm-hmm. Hey, brother, you got to play ball sometimes. What did Jay-Z do with the NFL? Right? Jay-Z is one of the most pro-black motherfuckers in the country we have. He just happens to be a billionaire. The most racist league. Can you think of a more racist league than the NFL? Let's be honest. Joins up with them. Hey, you got to play ball sometimes, my brother. You got to go into the belly of the beast, and that's how you make change.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he did.
I don't know, bro.
I see what you're saying.
I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
But much respect to both of those dudes specifically because they was out on the ledge before they was out on the ledge by themselves. Kanye in a totally different way, mostly self-serving. But Cap, you put your, you know what I mean? You put your neck on the line for all of us, and we are reaping the benefits. I think Colin Kaepernick is the number one most person we need to commend right now. I think he's the number one person responsible for changing the situation. I don't know if that's crazy to say, but that's how I feel.
You got a good point right there.
He went out on the limb 5-6 years ago, and now we're realizing what he did. Everyone. Now we're realizing the actual shit that he brought to the forefront. Now it's on top of everybody's mind. So he already primed us, bro. Before you paint a wall, you got to get it ready to be painted. You got to put that white coat on it. Mm-hmm. You got to prime the wall. Mm-hmm. Colin Kaepernick primed the wall, lost his job. Get out of here, Cap.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
And now
fucking up views.
You're kneeling for the anthem. How dare you, Colin? Mm-hmm. And now the cops is kneeling. Uh-huh. Now Drew Brees is apologizing for saying, "Oh, I don't support people disrespecting it." Bro, everybody was saying that 5 years ago. Yeah. Now Drew Brees is getting killed for it.
Uh-huh. Now they understand.
They might not understand, but now they acquiescing.
Yeah.
Now they acquiescing, brother. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Cap. Yeah. We were just watching that little documentary about the Roman Empire, and what did the people do? They wasn't being treated fairly or something like that, and all the motherfuckers was like, "Yo, we out. Yep. We out." And the higher powers was like, "No, don't go.
Come back.
Let's work it out."
Yeah.
That's what white people are doing right now. And I'm not even going to say white. That's what corporate America is doing. That's what America is doing as a whole. And they supposed to do it. They supposed to. I think I heard Charlamagne the God say it. America is never going to be right until they do right by black people. Mm-hmm. And I think we in the process of that right now. We in the process of that.
Change. You got we got a pandemic, COVID. And now this situation.
Loki, in my crazy conspiracy theorist mind, I'm like, COVID comes, fucks up everything, fucks up the economy, kills a lot of people. Everything starts opening back. And then we start riding. Everyone forgets about COVID. COVID is not even a thing anymore. No. I don't know how much people died in New York today. Uh-huh. 2 weeks ago, I knew it to the T. Uh-huh. 2.5 motherfuckers at 5:05 p.m. Uh-huh. And I think conspiracy theory, bro. I mean, I don't believe this. You know what I mean? I'm going to be responsible with my platform. But I'm jacking they planned it. I'm not jacking it, but I think that's a possibility.
I can't be playing.
Why not?
I just think, like you said, when you was reading the outliers, people get hot at the right time. She got hot at the right time. You know what I'm saying? People
talk to me, brother.
Talk to you. So COVID happens. People don't have, unemployment, et cetera, right?
People are broke, so they willing to put they necks on the line right now. They don't got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. We got a lot of time on our hand, right?
Ooh, you getting me hot right now.
I'm gonna let you speak, but listen, just a George Floyd, who is a great friend of. His friend, right?
One of the budding media personalities right now, Steven Jackson. He is good as fuck.
Good as fuck.
You ever listen to their podcast?
Once.
Oh, it's a good podcast. It's a good podcast, bro. I think I watched like the Kobe episode. I'm like, wow, this is a good show. Yes. But go ahead.
But like you said, it got hot at the right time. Mm-hmm. This is somebody that has a major platform, and he's known for speaking out on his Instagram. Yes. Steven Jackson. Mm-hmm. He don't hold. He keep it 100.
Keeps it blunt.
You know what I'm saying? And now you heard one of my closest friends. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Then everyone else. Oh, what's going on here?
Now the thing is catching legs. This thing is catching legs. Then you got King James come out. He say something about it.
Everyone. Now it just.
And we were already talking about how COVID was unproportionately basically attacking the black community because of systemic racism, because that was already on the head of black people. Black employment was at an all-time low. You're right, bro.
The numbers could say, bro. Unemployment in the U.S. went from 14.6 in April to 13.3 in May, but for the African American population, it went from 16.7 in April to 16.8 in May.
You know why?
Yeah, why? Some of the reason that they are saying is because majority. So that means around 87,000 blacks filed for unemployment in May, right? And they were saying that a lot of blacks working in trucking and warehousing hasn't come back and hasn't really bounced back since COVID and everything. But you got to look more into it, the population, which state. So I know certain states like Texas, Georgia, Florida, New York, and Cali have like the most population for like black people and everything. And those states are the rank for unemployment. The lowest is Georgia. It's at 20. Texas at 24.
They have okay.
So they have like the highest unemployment rate.
Those are where most black people are?
Yes.
I know why black people are lagging behind the unemployment.
Talk to them.
They're always late. Black people always late, bro. And the unemployment checks is sweet right now. Niggas not trying to get off of those.
But that doesn't make sense at the end of the day at all.
Bro, but every black person is protesting too. Them niggas is not looking for jobs.
That's true.
You jacking that?
I mean, I'm not jacking that at all.
It has legs though. It has legs.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense, but we go back.
Yeah. But that was interesting to see that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like you said, bro, like things get hot at the right time, and things got hot, and people now see we need change. Like you said, we got people dumping money out to help. I just can't wait to see like what change is gonna happen. Like people doing their thing, change is gonna happen, and it will happen. Because now we got to bounce back from COVID, and we got to bounce back from situations going on. Rest in peace to George Floyd.
Rest in peace to George Floyd. Since we're on this topic, I'm gonna just get it out the way. So all week, I've been beating my brain, right? So last week we discussed the George Floyd, and things seemed to pick up, right? It was already hot last week. I feel like things seemed to pick up.
Yeah.
The cop was charged. He got moved to 2nd-degree murder, which is like willful killing, but it wasn't like it wasn't planned. Which is, I think, all right, because I don't think he knew he was going to kill George Floyd that day. But I think the act of what he did was very, very, very willful. You know what I mean? He knew what he was doing. You cut a dude circulation off, he's going to die. Yeah. And which is crazy, right? The first reports came out that he died. This is a state report. Came out that he died from a heart attack. He died from drug use. How ironic. They did... his family did a personal test on the body. They found that he died from asphyxiation, which is his air supply was cut off, and that caused maybe a heart attack and stuff like that, which is crazy. Richard, how do you get two coroner reports with completely different causes of death? It's something big at play, and that's why I think, bro, if this case, and this is my theory. If this case had stayed local, if this case didn't spark a national movement, that cop would have got off. He would not even have gotten fired because they said, "Oh, heart attack. Oh, drug use." No one would have looked into it. And I spoke about this last week. Before we had cameras, this is what they do. And Dave Chappelle spoke about it, bro. You would find black men dead in the streets all the time, and George Floyd would have just been another one of them. He would have just been another one. They did it. They already gave that cop out. Even though they did the individual coroner report, they still said the basis, hey, someone said that it was drug use and someone said it was a heart attack, underlying conditions. They already set the case for this dude to get off or a lighter sentence. But what was I saying? What was I going to say?
You talking about this?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So all week I'm thinking like, what am I gonna come in here and say? I feel the responsibility as a black dude to come in here and say something. I need to have a good take on it. I don't want to piss anyone off because you know what I mean. We're all in the fight together. I don't want to alienate anyone. I don't want to sound dumb. I don't want to sound ignorant. And that really just led me to, there's nothing right to say. Even among black people. And I see a lot of infighting with black people. Some people believe that we should protest, we should riot, and we should loot. Some people are saying, hey, not all cops are bad. Hey, my dad is black and he's a cop. Some people say, hey, you shouldn't say that. Some people are like, we just have all different ideologies and all different ideas on what should be going on. And that's okay. I think we need to understand that that's okay to feel differently. I know we like to say, as a black man, we all have similar experiences. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I think as a black man, you grew up self-conscious of, hey, there is racism. And as a black man, a lot of us big and strong, burly guys, you are looked at as a threat. So understand that. However, we grew up in different communities. We grew up with different we grew up with different parenting styles. We grew up so different that we all feel differently about certain things. There are black people in this country who feel like they've never experienced racism. There are a lot of black people in this country who don't believe that like deep racism exists to the point where they go into a job interview and they don't get that job because they're black. Or a cop pulls them over and kills them because they're black. And they're not really wrong, bro, because all we have to go on is based on our experience. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
I think it was a Fresh Prince episode where Carlton and Will were beefing. And Carlton, rich, well-to-do family, Will from Philadelphia in the hood. And they couldn't even agree with what happened. Carlton was like, hey, man, they thought we stole the car. My dad came and got me. The system works. And Will was like, you don't see what happened? We were black. We had a nice car. That's why we got pulled over. Mm-hmm. And both of them are right. In their ideology and their thinking. Right? And, I mean, even some black dudes who grew up in the hood, everybody in the hood don't have the same experience. There was a little kid who got bullied by all the hood and gangster people. And he himself has a distaste for certain black people in his mouth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doesn't feel the black pride and just like black empowerment because he was bullied by his own people, and you can't blame him. Mm-hmm. Is that wrong to say?
No, not at all.
So, I wanted to come in here and say, listen, we all know what's true. We all know that we are often the victims of racism, but I don't think we should alienate anybody. I don't think we could shit on anybody. I think if someone has a different opinion from you, hey, educate and conversate. Educate and conversate. Teach them what you know. Teach them your experiences, and maybe that'll change their thinking. But also, when you have a conversation with them, you go in with an open mind so that your perspective could be changed.
I like that.
So
I like that. That's a major key right there.
That's a major key. But
that's a major key.
Shout out to everybody that's out there doing the good work. Shout out to
your voice is being heard.
So your voices, our voices are being heard, and thank you for every person who's not black that's out there doing the work too.
That is. I know funny though, there's mad gnats in here, bro.
For real?
Yeah, I'm gonna start swinging.
So swing at them. Swing at them, my brother. Should we talk about the black box shit on Instagram?
What's the black box?
Everyone posting the black box, yeah.
I
didn't really like it.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I
woke up. The reason why I didn't like it is because I didn't even know what was going on. I just woke up one day and seen all these black boxes on Instagram. I'm like, yo, what? So it's like, all right, I guess I got to do it. Then you texted me to do it. So I'm like, all right.
But even that was just not clout chasing. I felt pressure to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I felt that situation. I felt bad for white people because it's social media. Everybody can see what you're doing. I know a lot of white people feel pressured to post it.
No, that's a fact.
Even though they're not racist, even though they're down for the black cause, but they don't feel like promoting shit on social media is their medium of going about helping black people. Mm-hmm. Because I hate social media. Yeah. So I'm definitely not going to use social media to combat racism.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King never used social media. Malcolm X never used social media. You don't have to use that. Mm-hmm. And I think that black box thing started in a good place, right? I think everything starts in a good place. People have ideas. Hey, let's do this. I was actually talking to Kira, and she, like, for me, I was hating on it because I'm like, listen, man, a lot of y'all motherfuckers posting this shit don't really feel that way, right? A lot of you motherfuckers feel relieved by being able to do something, right? And she broke it down in a real like scientific way. She was like, the issue with the black box thing is that it allows for symbolism to take over a movement. What that means is, what are the most common avenues to help out what's going on right now, right? If you want to help out, you want to help progress black people in America. You could donate to something, you can educate yourself, or you can get up and go out and go to a protest, go to a riot. What that social media did was, it brought the bar down for doing anything. And a lot of people, human psychology, a lot of people are going to feel fulfilled. A lot of people are going to feel like they did their job already. Hey, what did you do for the Black Lives Matter movement? Hey, brother. I posted that black box, brother. Hey, brother. Yo, my shit had a fist in it and all that. I had some real inspirational words in that motherfucker. My caption was hot. Yeah, my caption was hot. I put that. I didn't hashtag Black Lives Matter. You know, I actually did the right thing. You know what I mean? It just, I'm not hating. I hope it doesn't come off like I'm hating. I just hated it. I don't know. I don't know. It was actually, I don't know who posted this. It was this one girl. She posted a black box, and then the next day she was calling black people animals on her Instagram story. No, I'm gonna put up the picture so y'all can see it. I'm gonna blur her. She was like, "You fucking animals! You guys are looting and rioting everything. What the fuck are you doing this for?" And someone exposed her. I'm like, "That's exactly why I didn't like that shit."
Yeah, you felt pressured.
You're uniforming everything. You don't know who's racist in that now. You don't know who's down for the cause. And that's what I hate about social media. It uniforms everything to where it's like, you know, if you by yourself decided, hey, I'm going to post a black box today and give it a meaning, I respect that. Because now I can look at you, analyze you, and say, hey, this guy is wanting to do something, right? You scrolling on Instagram, all they see in black boxes. He's not even looking to see who's posting it, what the character of this person is, and you know, like what the actual meaning behind it is.
No, you're right, bro. You just like, fuck, I gotta post it.
I gotta post it, and then I was with the cause, but halfway through the day, I'm like, yo, Instagram is trash right now.
Yeah, bro. Like, damn, I posted something on our Instagram, and I couldn't even see it on my personal Instagram. I was mad as hell.
Oh, for real? Because that shit got lost.
I'm like, fuck, man.
In the black boxes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Shout out to Kodak Black too.
Why you say that?
Because he the GOAT.
What do you do?
Nothing. I just shout out to Kodak Black.
Big shout out to Kodak.
You know how I feel about Kodak. Free Kodak. You know what I'm saying? He might get out soon.
What's soon?
In about 2 or 3 years.
Damn, that's not before.
You think I'm wrong for thinking? You think I'm wrong for thinking Kodak Black the greatest rapper of all time?
Nah.
What you think?
Is he the greatest rapper of all time?
For multiple reasons.
No. You're not better than Thug.
Cut it out, Guala.
Come on, son.
You think, okay, no, seriously, you really think Thug is that great?
Yeah. People still they style from Thug. Who still they style from Kodak? Jackboy. That's not even stealing his style.
He's not stealing his style.
That's how they rap down there.
Yeah, yo, it's so interesting about, and like when I first heard Kodak, I'm like, yo, he's so original. He's just so like, you know what I mean? He's just so himself. And I started listening to like other like Florida rappers, and it's like, okay, this is how they talk. That's why he's so. It seems like he's original, and he is original. But a lot of the slanging stuff, that's just like regular Florida shit. Mm-hmm. But it actually made me respect him more because it's like that's what you do with that. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people try Jackboy, which is his album is really good.
Yes, it is.
He surprised me with that album. My little brother
put me on. Shout out to Eli.
For real?
Yeah.
I put you on the Jackboy.
You put me on a Jackboy, but I haven't listened to him. And Eli sent me, I forgot the song name. I'm like, ooh.
Which one was it? Pressure?
Yeah.
Pressure is hot.
That's the first song in the album, right?
Yeah, Pressure.
Yeah, so it was Pressure, yeah.
Kodak came on that bitch spitting bars, though. What did he say? Yo, it's so funny, right? I'm at the crib, and what was the bar, bro? He was like, life ain't tied with a bow, but it's still a gift, though. And I said it to Kira, like, just literally said it. And I'm like, yo, who said that? She was like, that sound like Gandhi or one of them. Oh. I'm like, yup, give Kodak his credit.
Sound like who? Gandhi?
Gandhi. Oh. That shit was so powerful as a quote. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kodak really the GOAT, though, man. Shout out to Kodak.
He's smooth, bro. He's smooth. He said something talking to Jackboy.
Oh,
he's like, you gonna take us to the Super Bowl?
He said NFL niggas for life. You gonna take us to the Super Bowl? So I gotta watch it for the bleachers. Mm-hmm. The hottest shit he said in there. He's like, hey, it's a lot more I gotta say, but sometimes word get in the way. That shit was hard. I was like, oh my god.
There's a lot I gotta say, but sometimes words get in the way.
That is such a perfect way to explain that, though.
Easy too.
Sometimes you really have shit to say, but words be blocking what you gotta say.
Yeah, you just want to show action.
You just want to show action.
Yeah, you just want to show love. Like,
oh man, I miss Kodak. I need a fucking Kodak album right now. I might Kodak Bob after this fucking podcast.
The Rasa Pasa on our hand.
Ooh, that Rasa Pasa is about to hit.
Yeah, that shit about to hit different.
Oh my god.
You can bump some Kodak.
I shouldn't even be eating the Rasa Pasa, really.
Gangster. So then we not getting Rasa Pasa.
No, I'm getting Rasa. I just said I wasn't supposed to be eating Rasa Pasta.
All right, bro.
What else we got to talk about, my brother? The NBA is back.
Yes, sir. July 31st, Orlando, Florida.
It's July. Oh, that's mad far from now.
Yeah. It's over a month. A little over a month.
That's
6 weeks.
That's like a month and a half. Yeah. I'm excited, though. It's about to be crazy.
Who you got?
Who you think I got?
You already know.
LeBron James. LeBron James about to turn up.
Leakers.
LA Leakers. Nah, LeBron James is about to turn the fuck up.
Yo, this is going to be crazy. We're going to get... Damn, we get basketball back after what? 2 months.
2 months.
Let's see who really been grinding.
You know, LeBron been in the fucking gym. Kawhi probably been doing some weird nigga shit. You know, Kawhi is weird as fuck.
Yeah, Kawhi.
I think it's gonna be between the Lakers and
Bucks.
No,
oh, you talking about the West? The straight West?
I don't think the seeding is like that this year. Isn't it a 1 through 16?
It is a 1 through.
No, I'm checking.
It's 22 teams. It's 22 teams.
It's 22 teams, but 16 teams are making the playoffs. But is it still conference divided?
8 Eastern and 8
so
Western.
It's still conference divided.
Playing field tournament is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. But it's like there's only one team in the East.
What do you mean?
And like in that field tournament, the extra teams, you got the Washington Wizards. There was some other team they had up there. I forgot. But as I know, the Washington Wizards. And they're like 24 and 40 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, they're in the tournament?
Yeah. So the rule for like the 9th seed is, this is how the playoff spots work. If the 9th seed,
you mean? The 8th seed is the last playoff spot.
Yes, but I'm about to tell you something it's about the 8th and 9th seed, yes.
Okay.
If the 9th seed is more than 4 games behind the 8th seed, the 8th seed earns the playoff spot.
All right.
So if the 9th seed is more than 4 games, the 8th seed earns that playoff spot. But if the 9th seed is 4 or fewer games behind, then the 8th and 9th seed enter a play-in tournament. That is double elimination to see who gets the 8th seed spot.
What's double elimination?
So double elimination, you got to lose twice.
Oh, so it's like a best out of 3?
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're going to lose in the first round anyways.
Any of these extra teams shouldn't even be in here, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think they should. I mean, I get it. But when have we seen an 8 versus 1 upset? Has that ever happened in NBA history?
That's what I'm saying. Orlando's not, if it goes right now, Orlando's not beating Milwaukee. Memphis Grizzlies is not beating LA.
Let's see. NBA 8 versus 1 upset. I'm sure this has never happened. 8 seeds upset in playoff history. Let's see, my brother. Let's see if this is even worth their time. They not beat. Hold on. Who would be the 8th seed in the West?
You got the Memphis Grizzlies, as of if it happened right now. And Portland is number 9.
Yeah.
Not one of those teams is beating
they're not beating the Lakers. They're not beating the Lakers. Oh, in 1994, the Nuggets upset the Supersonics. Oh, wow. The Knicks actually made the finals coming from the 8th seed. All right, so I guess.
But come on, the percentage is so small. The Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant. Come on.
But the Grizzlies are in the playoffs right now.
Yes, but you think John Morant and the Grizzlies
are being LeBron?
Are going to give LeBron and the Lakers
absolutely
buckets?
Not. No. Absolutely not.
These extra teams should not be in here.
Yeah. They should just cut it to 6.
Like Stephen A. Smith said, he said you have majority of the season to make it to the number 8 seed.
And the season was basically done.
Yeah. Playoffs start in what? April? Yeah,
because
March Madness happened.
Yeah, the season would have been done by now.
Yeah.
We're in June. Yeah, the season usually ends in like May, right? if I'm not incorrect.
June. Oh, like the regular season?
No, like the championship would have been over.
No, I think it was around June. Because I remember watching it when I had testing. I think in high school.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I used to watch it during my birthday. LeBron.
Shout out to the Cavs because I'm a Cavs fan.
How the fuck are you a Cavs fan?
Because of LeBron. But I'm not going to be here, and I'm not a diehard Cavs fan, but I got respect for the Cavs. Like, I got a few plays.
The Cavs or LeBron James on the Cavs?
The Cavs. I guess you got respect for the Cavs.
What do you respect about the Cavaliers? Yeah, Cleveland Cavs?
Yeah, the Cleveland Cavs.
What do you respect about them?
Just respect them.
Bro, you sound crazy.
But because they have my favorite point guard, Mo Williams, on the team.
Mo Williams is your favorite point guard.
That's why I wore number 2 back in Lice, you know what I'm saying? Cooking up.
Yo, dude, get 50. The fuck out of the studio right now.
I used to drop 50 on people's heads, though. You see me on YouTube and one mixtape. Bowler's Life.
Yo, I used to love it when we used to go back and forth in basketball, bro.
Oh yeah, we used to get real competitive.
We both both trash, but I'm better than you.
No. You shitty.
No, who's better?
But you shitty.
I'm better than you.
No, you're not.
Bro, I took money from you one time.
Why are you lying? I never sent you money over some basketball.
No, I think we played a 7-game series and I won.
Yeah, you won, and then you didn't put the money where mouth is.
Nah, I did put the money where my mouth is, and we played 2 games, and you was up 2-0, and I just stopped playing.
Exactly, yeah.
I started ducking that ass. I'm like, bro, my knee hurt.
Yeah, you started ducking. He said it.
Now, you're the most unorthodox basketball player I've ever seen in my life.
What do you mean by that?
Your shot is nasty. Like, it's like a...
Yeah.
You know, it's like a shot put. It looked like you do a shot put or some shit. But that shit is good, though.
That should go in.
Niggas call you Baby Bean.
For real?
Yeah.
Who called me that? I never heard.
That's what Tyreek. I think that's Tyreek's nickname for you, Baby Bean, because you play like Kobe Bryant.
Oh, all right,
those shots. Those shots be going in from anywhere.
He really said that, or you can't?
Nah, for real. Niggas respected your basketball game.
Like who?
Hey, Tyree, that's it.
Tyree showed a lot of love. Tyree even helped me out with some stuff.
Tyree just trying to coach me. I really had Tyree coaching me for one point.
Yeah, bro.
We used to go to the gym in the morning. He taught me how to do a layup and shit.
For real?
Yeah, I felt like a bitch. Yo, at first, I used to be like, bro, nigga, you're not about to coach me. I know how to fucking lay the ball up. And then one day, we just in the gym. And nigga really taught me how to lay up. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good, buddy. Like,
what were you doing before that?
I wasn't taking off on the right foot.
Eat that ass?
You probably don't take off on the right foot.
I do. That's basketball 101. You don't even know basketball 101.
Babe, I'm in a podcast right now. I'll call you back. You don't know if you're taking off on the right foot, bro. If you really, bro, listen. Yes. If you don't play basketball, you don't know if you're taking off on the right foot or wrong foot.
I've been playing basketball since I was a youngin'.
No, but you never got coached. That's what I thought. You played?
Yes, I played. Oh, I'm not from Trinidad.
So what foot you supposed to take off on?
What you mean take off? Like jump off of?
Yeah, right-handed layup. What foot you coming off? I don't know, so I can't fact check.
It makes sense.
I just know whatever he told me felt a lot better.
Yeah, my son King Research is coaching. My son Nick Johnson.
Yeah, you know who else was trash at ball? Keanu. Keanu was dog shit. Yeah. Yo, I've never seen someone that athletic, that bad at a sport. That nigga couldn't shoot. He could. No. He couldn't lay up. It's like he was trying to dunk the ball against the backboard. Talk about no touch, bro.
Tyree should have been coaching him up.
Yo, nah, he's a lost cause.
He'll get the ball. He be right here to lay it up and dad throw the shit.
What? That should go over the backboard, bro. Yo, he is so bad at basketball, and this nigga had the nerve of trying to play me in 1-on-1. I was cooking his ass.
You dad cooked him? I wasn't there for that.
Nah, we was playing a 1-on-1 game. It just so happened that we had like a couple minutes left in the game, and John came and he shut it down, so we couldn't finish. It was a game to 15. I probably was up like 13-7 or something like that. Man. We was playing for money too.
Those were the days too.
Yeah, I took money from Eli playing basketball. Yeah, we had like a little tourney going. I think Tyree beat. It was me versus Eli first round, Tyree versus Keanu first round, which was a wash. Yeah.
Tyreek versus who?
Keanu.
Keanu couldn't stop him.
You know Keanu can't, but it's not that though. You know Keanu can't score.
Yeah, it's like you ready.
Keanu plays good defense, but
that's Dennis Rodman right there.
That's Dennis Rodman 2.0, and then I beat Eli. Eli was mad.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he didn't think I could beat him. That shot was. You know what I mean, I got my shot right at one point.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I gotta start back playing basketball. I'm always open to be an influence if it's good. I mean, you got me into business and stuff. I wasn't really ever looking that type of way. And I was like, you know what? Let me listen to Gual, because he used to be fucking chatting. You was known as a nigga, okay, this nigga's about to talk about some bullshit. He's about to tell us about stocks and bonds and real estate. Malcolm, no one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. I put motherfuckers on.
You put me on. Oh, let's talk about the stock market real quick. Stock market had a great rally this week.
Hell yeah.
And I made a lot of bread.
Yes, sir. Congrats,
brother. Hey, that shit got me a little hungry. I was just thinking, like, I invested like $1,000.
Congrats.
Made a few hundred. Hey, bro, if you was a millionaire, you invested $1 million. Hey, that's $250,000 in your pocket. Easy. Cause I made 25% of what I invested. That's easy. That's fuel for the jet for the year. That's a new house, vacation home. Hey, what we doing, honey? We got bread.
Yeah, we got money.
Easy. We don't ever got to work again because we can make this money work for us. And that is a big, big key.
Yeah.
Save up some money, invest in the stock market. One thing I've personally been doing is that I put a 10% tax on myself, right? So we get paid every week. The government taxes us, right? The government goes into your check. They take basically 20%, even more in certain states of your money. They use that money to do what? Make more money. Hey, do that to yourself. Place a 10% tax on yourself. Open a Robinhood. 10% tax. You get paid $1,000. Hey, $100 of that going to Robinhood. Just let it sit there. And then you go on Robinhood, look at some stocks. Hey, you got $100, $200, $300, $500 there from a couple of months. Hey, go buy some stocks. You might lose $100 or you might gain $300.
Scared money don't make no money.
And even if you lost, you gained knowledge. So the next time, hey, okay, I see how the stock market go. Hey, Amazon just announced some big news. They got the drones and stuff now. Hey, $500 in that. Yeah. Let me make something off of it. So it's a skill, bro. It's a skill.
It is a skill. It's more of a, like I said, you don't want to be emotionally attached to the market. But it is a skill of knowledge. It's not really much of, like, if you go on Twitter, you put in like Amazon stock, you look it up. Like, motherfuckers be studying graphs and all of that. Like, it's good to understand that, but that's way too complex.
Yeah, that's
like you said, bro. You like life is about living and learning. Like another situation in the stock market, I did options, so I got this option course, right? So I'm like,
what's options?
Options when. It's a put or call. I believe a call is when you think the price is going to go up and you sell it at a higher price. Mm-hmm. A put is when you think the price the stock's going to go down, and then somebody buy it that low and you make money. So I did a call. I forgot what company. I did a call. I didn't know what I was doing, bro. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna do it, and I didn't make money. And it got like you have until a certain day. So you pick a day, and then you tell them how much you think the stock is going to go up to. Yeah. Right. So I didn't make any money. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, fuck this shit, whatever. So I'm like, yo, this is when COVID just happened. So I did a Dick's Sporting Good one. I'm like, yo, people are going to think this is going to go back up to $40. I'm going to get the ass. I'm going to get them. Yeah. So I did it with Dick's Sporting Goods. So I bought a call for $40. So basically saying like, oh, I believe first you have to have share in a company already. So you have to have you have to buy stock already. Some stocks, okay. Yeah, because it's like it's a risk and it's a bet. Okay. So I've been had shares with it. Then I did the call for $40, and it was doing its thing, and it got to like 32, I believe. And by the time I got to 32, I have a $20 profit on my call. Mm-hmm. So I was hyped. I'm like, oh yeah, I already know what's going on. That's but like good. You said, like I lost, I understood what was going on, and I won. Now I understand what's going on. But there's a lot more to it. That's just like the simple of it. I only did that once.
Hey, just start somewhere. Yeah. Just start somewhere. I know it's intimidating to, start something like that. You don't know anything and you could lose money, but just start somewhere. I remember I started in college. I got a refund check, put $1,000, I think it was E-Trade. I lost like 200, but this time around it served me good. I understand. Okay, cut your losses quick. You know what I mean? I had bought a stock. It was just, we spoke about it on the last podcast. The one that found the cancer treatment. That shit plummeted. I wasn't emotional. I didn't sell it right there. It gained a little bit of steam. You know what I mean? I gained back like $50 on it. And then I sold it. I cut off like a $25 loss. That was okay. Then I took all that money, put it into Delta, deposited some more money in my account, put it into Delta. Took off, my brother.
You forgot about that.
Took off. Yeah, that's another. That shit is in there. That shit is in there.
Hey,
man.
A penny to $1.
That's a rasa pasta right there. That's a bowl of rasa pasta I ain't eat.
But that's a cool thing, bro. Like, just look how smart we are compared to. No, for real though. We giving people like ideas of putting their money in the stock market, but you gotta look where we came at 20 years ago. I know. I mean, motherfuckers was young, 4 and 3 years old and stuff like that. But look at our parents, like they easy access we have now to even make money.
Yeah,
you know.
And if anybody's listening to this podcast, especially young kids, I try to talk to my little cousins. You know what I mean? 10, 11, 12 years old. The other day, I gave my little cousins in Trinidad. I said, "Hey, you guys all go Google, find a financial book, and give me the name of it." And from then on, every day, I want you guys just to read a page. I mean, just simple. Just introduce you to the lingo. Let you know what's out there, the abilities to make money doing nothing or make money doing something you like. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I didn't have that. And I feel like I'm advanced for my age, so I want to give them that. You know, I'm trying to build an empire, brother.
Respect, bro. And that's how it has to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to build an empire.
They need to know that knowledge.
Another big thing that me and Malcolm are into is real estate.
Yeah.
I haven't really been doing much with real estate.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? But we do have some background knowledge that I know that you still want to do real estate. Just we gotta position ourselves to the point, and we already have some knowledge. Yeah. So when we get to that point, hey,
it's a fact. My recommendation to anyone though, like, this is not like talked about a lot, but like tell your cousins every dollar they get, save it, save.
I'm heavy on the saving vibes.
Save it because it was hard, like in college, like you saving it. Sometimes you spend that money just for school and everything, but young people, bro, just save your money. Don't buy none of that fancy stuff unless you need to. Like, only time I buy clothes is if I'm going on vacation.
I haven't bought clothes in. Listen, I've ever since COVID has started. I mean, I've been getting like emergency pay from the hospital. I've been making a little extra money, and I have yet to buy clothes.
Yeah, bro.
I said I'm taking this extra money. I'm gonna invest in myself.
Yeah.
Fuck clothes. But you got a girlfriend. Who I gotta look good for?
Who I gotta look good for? Unless you go out. But it really has to be like that. And that's really my recommendation for the young people. Like, if you in high school and everything, college, save as much as you can. Because that's the number one thing about real estate. You can wholesale. You don't need no money and all of that, blah, blah, blah. But that's a lot of work. But
it's a lot of work.
No matter what, you need money. If you want to start a business, you need money. And I'm not saying you need $100,000, but it's good to have cash on hand.
And even if you never earn $1 from wholesaling, because me and Gualo were big into wholesaling, I don't regret it one bit. It was worth the squeeze. I was deep into wholesaling. I was on that shit every day. Charts. I would wake up in the morning, read my little book, go work out, and hey, I'm driving for dollars. I'll come back home. I'm calling people. I'm trying to set things up. I'm going to look at houses. I don't even know what the fuck to say. I'm in these houses like, oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, what is that? Hardwood? Okay. But never made $1 from it, but I'm able to recognize opportunity without a check attached to it. You know what I mean? That was a big opportunity. And hopefully in the future, I have some of this knowledge to go off. I know about the type of numbers you need to look for, what a good deal looks like, how the numbers need to check out, how much it would cost to refurbish a house, you know, how to get in contact with people to do stuff like that. So
that's what it is, bro. You just like my favorite quote. One of my favorite quotes is what Nip said. He was like, "One thing about me is just I never quit.
Never quit.
I don't give a fuck if you give it. Yeah, like you just don't quit. Like
don't quit,
bro. It's gonna come, bro. You just keep going. It's gonna come. Like
and that's what we talked about last week. That game life, quality of life, man. We all been a part of crazy comeback games as athletes. You can't quit. I mean, if you're down 28 in the third quarter and you quit, you're down 50 now. But if you don't quit, hey man, you might pull off a buzzer beater.
Yeah,
right? Football and basketball.
Yeah, you might. Something special is gonna come. You just don't quit. Just keep going. That's what's beautiful about life.
Yes. Situation, yeah. I always say, the worst thing that could happen is I could die, and it's really not that bad because that's the only time I can't bounce back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the only time I can't bounce back. You know what I mean? No, for real though.
That's a fact.
We all make mistakes. We all feel bad about ourselves, but mentally, hey, get that in there. Hey, I'm not dead. I'm gonna go out and help. You know what I mean? Help myself. I'm gonna go be better. I'm gonna go improve on something that I did. If I die, hey, that's the only time I'm not gonna improve.
That's what life is about.
Life is about improving.
But talk about voting before this show ends, just to give people some knowledge on it. If you're looking to register to vote, you could go on the website ny.gov/services/register vote. Like I said, you could just Google this. If you want to check your status of voting, voterlookup.elections.ny.gov. Like I said, you could just Google check your status of voting. The election day is June 23rd for state and federal. And you also would like it to look in Google 2020 voting by absentee ballot deadlines. Absentee ballot is when you can they mail something to you. You could vote through there and mail it back into wherever it needs to go, or you could download a form and mail it or email it to the elections and everything. So do your Google research if you're looking to vote and everything.
Vote. Please go out and vote. It is important. I wish I had the ability to vote, but hey, brother.
One day.
No, I mean, I really don't care, but voting is important. Would you
be able to do it?
Yeah, if I get my citizenship.
What they doing? They bullshitting?
Nah, with the COVID stuff, I wasn't able to get stuff done. But I think just to put a bow on it, educating yourself and realizing that state, local elections are the key to making change. Select the right DAs. Hey, go do your research. Figure out if this guy, he's for black people. He's destroying a lot of the bad laws associated that attack the African American community unfairly. I know. I completely forgot his name. The DA for Manhattan. He abolished like some 50, 60-year-old law. It's called the what's this guy's name? Oh fuck, I forgot. It's called the. Hold on, I'm botching this right now. Let me get it. It's right here. Should be right here. Oh yeah, it's called the Rockefeller drug law. It's basically a law that they put into place during the 60s, and what it did was, if you got caught with more than 50 grams of a Schedule 1 or 2 drug, you would face a minimum of 15 years in prison and maximum of 25 years in prison. We know with all these drug laws, it targets the black community. It always, I don't know, it just happens. Even though we know white people use drugs even more or as equally as black people, we somehow end up being the people put in prison for it. The DA of Manhattan, he came and he took it out, and that has made great strides for the black community. So just be aware, man. Sometimes we get wrapped up in the presidential election, but really and truly, who the president is really doesn't have that big of an effect on your life. Because if Trump is a president, if Biden is a president, your local DA is still going to be the one sentencing your brother, your sister, your father. So, hey, man, go look into that. Go vote. Hey, guys, once again, thank you guys for joining Nick and Mal on the Nick and Mal show. And be good, guys.
Spit out.
We out.